G'day, my name's Adam from the School of Earth, Atmosphere and Environment. And in this short video, I want to share with you a little about what we do and how you might include studies in Earth, Atmosphere and Environment in your degree. People choose to study in the School of Earth, Atmosphere and Environment because they want to learn how our world works and how all the systems that it contains function and interact. We apply your scientific skills to real-world problems. In our school, you can study topics like how planets form, how to read, interpret and predict weather, how our climate is changing, and how that'll affect things like the soils, oceans and landscapes here in Australia and in other places like the Pacific or Antarctica. You can study how we observe the Earth, both directly and remotely, like with drones or from space. And importantly, you can study how people interact with the Earth and its systems. Our students come from a variety of backgrounds, and they have different skills and experiences. Maybe you're a field scientist and you want to find Victoria's active volcanoes or the world's southernmost mangroves. We have more than 20 field trips to places around Victoria, around Australia, and even overseas, where you can immerse yourself in your studies. You can even study entire subjects taught completely on location, like in outback Australia or on a Pacific island. Maybe you're a lab-based person who wants to improve soil nutrients for more efficient farming or study cleaner technologies for extracting the critical minerals we need to make batteries and solar panels. We will teach you laboratory skills with technical instrumentation that will help you to understand and shape the world around you. Or maybe you're a theorist, interested in modelling what happened on Earth thousands, millions, or even billions of years ago, or how our climate will change in the next 100 years and how that will affect us. Our researchers have developed and work with climate, landscape and geological models, and we'll teach you how to use them to learn about the Earth system and how it's changing. Whoever you are, studying with the School of Earth, Atmosphere and Environment will give you a strong career outlook. Our students have one of the highest employment rates after graduating, and Earth Sciences have one of the highest graduate salaries in Australia. Careers aligned with our areas of study are in very high demand. In September 2025, the Australian Academy of Sciences listed these areas of science among those expected to be most in demand by 2035, and many of these skills are on the Australian Government's skilled occupation list. Your studies in the School of Earth, Atmosphere and Environment will set you up for careers in science, policy and consulting across the business, government and NGO sectors. If you study in our school, there are 5 areas of study you might choose from. You don't need to choose now, but it's helpful to think about what might be most interesting to you, and it does make a difference to what units you might take in your first year. Geoscience is the study of planets, and in particular our planet, Earth. Geoscience covers the formation and evolution of planets, from the surface to their deep interior, and how our planet continues to change through things like plate tectonics, volcanism, and the formation and destruction of mountains. Climate and atmospheric science explores the physical climate system and includes how we forecast our weather and how we understand the climate change that's affecting us in the deep past through to the deep future. Our school also leads the Centre of Excellence in Weather of the 21st Century, a globally leading research centre that you'll be able to learn from. Environmental earth science is about Earth's physical environments and landscapes. That's things like rivers, soils, oceans, ice, climate zones, and the atmosphere, and how these landscapes are changing and how we interact with these systems. Geographical science combines physical geography, that is landscapes and environments, with human geography, that is people and how they interact with the world around them. For example, you might study natural hazards like earthquakes, and also how people and governments respond to the risks associated with them. In this specialisation, you'll study with us and also with the School of Social Sciences and the Faculty of Arts. Environmental science is an interdisciplinary science that combines study of the physical and living environments. You'll study in the School of Earth, Atmosphere and Environment and also in biological sciences, chemistry, and social sciences. Environmental science is only available as an extended major, and you can choose to focus your study in ecology, in climate, or in environmental earth science. You can always learn more by having a read of the handbook. The School of Earth, Atmosphere and Environment teaches 5 units at first year. If you plan to study one of these 3 majors, geoscience, climate and atmospheric science, or environmental earth science, you take the units EAE 1011 and EAE 1022. If you'd like to study geographical science, you instead take the unit ATS 1310, which is co-taught by us and by the Faculty of Arts in the School of Social Sciences. This gives you a more complete geography background in your first year. Quite a lot of students take all 3 of these units. This keeps your options open ahead of second year, where you can decide where you want to specialise. If you decide to take the environmental science extended major, you have this interdisciplinary first year, where you take studies in Earth, Atmosphere and Environment, biological sciences and chemistry. Finally, our school has 2 elective units, CLI 1100 and CLI 1200, which are both about climate change. These units are not part of any major, but they complement a lot of different studies, not just in science, but across the university. They're co-taught by 7 different faculties, so we don't just teach you the science of climate change, but also the social science, the economics, the politics, the health and medicine. We talk about IT and psychology. The idea of these units is to give you an overarching idea of how what you're doing is important and part of climate change, but also how you can be part of the solution. You can take either one or both of these units as elective units in your first year. Whether you choose to take an extended major, a minor, or some electives, the School of Earth, Atmosphere and Environment has something for you.